When we discuss ancient civilizations, we usually start with the things they left behind. We use monumental architecture as a metric for success. History books often prioritize empires that built in stone and kept written records. But there is another civilization whose story stretches tens of thousands of years further back. They developed their society without massive cities or stone monuments. Australia's first peoples have continuously lived on the continent for at least 65,000 years. This longevity challenges our standard definition of civilization. Their ultimate achievement is an extraordinary, sustainable relationship engineered directly into the natural environment. Today, our modern society faces an escalating crisis in the form of catastrophic, completely uncontrollable wildfires tearing through the landscape. Early colonial perspectives misunderstood this landscape. They dismissed Indigenous Australians as passive hunter-gatherers, assuming they simply relied on whatever resources they stumbled upon. Recent archaeological and ecological evidence tells a different story. These populations were active, highly sophisticated managers of their continent. Ignoring this 65,000-year-old blueprint for survival has left us vulnerable. Recognizing it may be our best chance at solving today's escalating environmental collapse. Cultural burning, often called cool burning, functions as a deliberate landscape management tool. By lighting low-intensity fires, practitioners clear out dry vegetation that fuels catastrophic bushfires. The slow flames leave the leafy canopy untouched. This ash layer soon produces fresh shoots, creating a high biodiversity food source that attracts grazing animals. Communities adapted these systematic practices to suit highly diverse ecosystems across the entire continent. First Nations people actively farmed the landscape with fire, creating a resilient environment designed for perpetual use. This engineering extended to water management. Ancient aquaculture sites like Budj Bim show a deep understanding of hydrological systems. Builders arranged stones into intricate networks of channels and dams. These structures redirect water into specific catchment zones, allowing the community to efficiently harvest fish. The system allowed for efficient harvesting while ensuring that populations were never depleted, maintaining an ecological balance over millennia. These aquaculture networks prove that Aboriginal societies developed permanent infrastructural technologies uniquely suited to the Australian environment. Without a written language, transmitting the engineering specs for a fish trap or the exact rules for a cool burn across 65,000 years required a sophisticated solution. Knowledge was preserved through oral traditions. These function as a decentralized data storage system, with elders acting as the living custodians of the network. They encoded navigational geography, their seasonal cycles, and ecological warnings into narratives and songs to ensure they were memorized with high precision. This oral archive successfully transmitted life-saving scientific data across hundreds of generations, remaining intact even as the planet's climate shifted dramatically. This 65,000-year record is driven by the Indigenous concept of country. Many Western traditions view land as property to be possessed or exploited for short-term gain. The Indigenous worldview sees country as a living, interconnected system that humans belong to and have a duty to care for. Modern science is finally catching up. Today, researchers collaborate with Indigenous communities to integrate these ancient practices into modern land management. Cultural burning programs now help prevent devastating wildfires, while ancient aquaculture methods offer new models for sustainable food production. Long-term survival depends on the ability to live sustainably and preserve ecological knowledge across time. Australia's first peoples offer a living blueprint for how humanity can thrive in balance with the Earth.